human piece of excrement, Adam Montgomery, kind of admitting guilt. Kind of. Sort of. Kind of half-assed admitting guilt. But he's such an idiotic narcissist that somehow he thinks this is going to benefit him more than just kind of coming out and saying, yes, I beat the shit out of my daughter and she died. I'd rather admit to hauling her body around in a duffel bag till she literally started leaking out of it because of decomposition and tampering with a corpse. And yeah, I mean, it's like there's cause and effect here. You're pleading to the effect, but the cause you had nothing to do with, even though she was in your care and she was living in your car because that's all you could provide because you're a fucking shitty addict. And our CPS system didn't do anything to intervene. In a surprising turn of events, Adam Montgomery, the New Hampshire father accused of murdering his young daughter, Harmony, revealed his intention to plead guilty to charges of abuse of a corpse and falsifying evidence during a Zoom hearing on Wednesday. By the way, which when he appeared in court this week, he's such an infuriating piece of shit that he's like got this smile on his face, this cocky attitude to him.
He stuck his tongue out. Did you see that?
I just hope somebody fucking shanks him and cuts that tongue off and like shoves it up his ass in prison. I really do.
I was appalled by that. Like, look at what you are in court for, and you're goofing around. I get it. Drugs are bad, but, you know, if he's going to be the poster child for kids don't do drugs.
I hope he's the poster child for prison justice at some point. How he hasn't. Maybe he's been, like, kept in solitary or something. Maybe he's getting better treatment than Richard Allen. I don't know. But the fact that he's still alive is kind of surprising to me. He's facing charges of second-degree murder and assault in connection with Harmony's death. He opted not to appear in court, prompting the trial to proceed without him. New Hampshire Senior Assistant Attorney General Ben Agati informed the court that jurors would embark on visits to crucial locations associated with Harmony's disappearance before opening statements. Notably, jurors are scheduled to tour sites, including a methadone clinic where Montgomery purportedly visited on the morning of Harmony's death, and the location where her remains were allegedly stored in a freezer. Despite Montgomery's absence, the trial is set to continue daily through about February 29th in Hillsborough County Superior Court, Northern District in Manchester. I do wonder if it's going to last that long, though, with these new admissions of guilt here. During the jury selection process, which involved screening over 120 potential jurors, Montgomery raised eyebrows by opting to waive his right to wear a leg brace and instead appeared in court cuffed and shackled. Testimony expected during the trial includes claims that Montgomery was using drugs while Harmony was dying. Adam Montgomery's estranged wife, Kayla Montgomery, is anticipated to be a key witness in the case, having agreed to testify against him. Harmony's disappearance, initially reported in 2021, led authorities to believe that she was killed in 2019 in Manchester, where Adam allegedly assaulted her in a fit of rage. According to an earlier affidavit, Adam repeatedly struck Harmony in the head after she had a bathroom accident in the car they were living in, eventually causing her death. Despite Kayla's account of the assault, Adam denied killing Harmony, maintaining his innocence as he faced unrelated gun charges last August.
So what kind of a deal do you think Kayla made? Because she was a witness to it, didn't seek medical help for her child. So she must have made one hell of a deal.
Yeah, she pled guilty to reduced charges. She has less time, and she agreed to testify against him. That's the deal that she made.
I think you're right. This is going to be an open and shut. Let's just present the facts, and we're just going to throw it to the jury, and they're going to probably deliberate for maybe a day, if even. And it's probably going to be just outlining each charge and what they.
You guys need to go back and deliberate? No? Okay. What do you think? Guilty? Okay, cool. Let's just go get rid of this guy. It's one of those things. I wonder how exactly or why exactly this is what they're doing right now, because I would almost think if you're going to admit guilt on any of these charges, just admit guilt to the whole damn thing. Just come out and say, look, I struck my daughter. I beat my daughter. I should not have done that. That was fucking horrible and wrong. I freaked out. I was on drugs. I'm an idiot. I didn't know what I was doing. And for whatever reason, my drugged up, methed out self thought the best course of action was to carry her around in a duffel bag for months. And that was fucking stupid and horrible. I didn't truly intend to kill her, but I did please have mercy on me.
I understand, being shocked at, shit, I've killed my daughter, just disbelief. But at some point over that year that he carried her around and put her in a fridge, in a cooler. I mean, I get pissed off when the garbage starts to smell, and they're living in a car.
With a dead child in a bag. That guy. So do you lose like all sense of smell when you're on this sort of shit?
Let's be done.
Yeah. It's like, how the fuck do you do that even? Like drugs, I guess, are quite an amazing thing, especially the shit he's on that enabled him to do that sort of thing. It's just,
yeah.
And then just to have such a nonchalant attitude about everything. And he still does. He's just such a piece of crap. It's the breath that anyone is taking, the time that these jurors are going to take away from their own families or jobs or livelihood to go and spend an iota of energy judging this piece of shit. It's a waste. It's all a waste. Like, even just like glancing at this guy is a waste of time. He's not worth living. He's not worth continuing to allow to breathe the air. He's taking too much from the ants on the ground, from the cockroaches that roam the streets. He's taking oxygen away from them.
How do you feel about him?
I think he should be put into a meat grinder, personally. Just, it's not worth burying. Just let nature just throw him in a woods somewhere. Let some animals have dinner and call it a day. That's how I feel about him. He's probably one of the most despicable human beings I think we've covered on this show. And there's a lot of horrible human beings we've talked about. But him and the way he treated his daughter, I think it's because I'm a dad of a little girl.
Yep.
And I think that's where it's just, you have such rage towards people that can treat their kids this way. And if you have a little girl and you're a dad and you love them, it's beyond comprehension. And yeah, he's just disgusting. I don't even have words for this thing.
Yeah, you would definitely have a hard time on that jury. I could picture you like flying out of the jury box to go, stick your hands around his neck.
If I didn't want to continue my life in freedom and being a dad, yeah. If I was completely single, had no children or anything like that, and no prospects in life, I'd probably just try and shank him in court. Here we go. We're just going to call it a day here, and I'm going to do what's right. But hopefully someone does that in prison and they can wrap that up right there. But oh my God, just what a piece of shit. So that's that.
Any bets on how long this case is going to take? You want to call it?
They're saying February 29th. I don't think so. I think we're going to be done with this in a week, quite honestly.
Okay, I'm going to give it a week and a half just to pull a Price is Right strategy on you.
You're overbidding, I think.
Yes, by $1.
You're overbidding by $1.
Sick of the ads?
We are too.
Start listening with no commercials now and get access to all of our episodes in advance of everyone else.
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
True Crime Today Premium Plus.
Sign up now.